Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Players, since long before your sun burned out in space and before your race was born, I have awaited players. And hello, everybody, and welcome to Architects of Fate. As you already know, we're here and we're going to be doing some Star Trek Bajor Rising from Star Trek Adventures role-playing system. We're actually starting in a new story, which is called The Courts of Flesh and Spirit. And our first episode is going to be, our first, I guess, chapter of this is going to be Now I'm a Reliever. Bless you. Now, I want to tell you that I will introduce the players, but we don't have any video for them, and I do not know why. And Felix, our tech, he's working on it, but he hasn't got a lot of hope this is going to work for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody to kind of go through, and if anybody's listening in Twitch, I hope anybody listening in Twitch.
I'm in there for now.
Okay.
No, I don't have it up.
Okay.
I have it up.
I have it up. What I'm going to do is make sure.
I've got the chat.
Okay, it sounds like everybody is hearable, and yeah, everybody just speak out, and speak your truth. So what I'm going to do is, hey, Blazing Raptor, we normally have everybody's shining face on here, and I really do appreciate and apologize for it. You're going to just have to use your imagination on some of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the players, and they're going to introduce their character a little bit. I'm going to go with Destiny first. why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and also what you're hoping with this new mission? And
do some medical Star Trek shit.
all right, you might have to repeat your Lieutenant Azara and hoping to do some medical starship shit. Jim is not here, I think. He is our engineer is on leave, I guess. He's traveling back from yet another Betazoid wedding. Yeah.
He's just going for the nudity. You know that.
Yeah, I know. He's always barefoot. Let me see, and I guess Steve, that leaves it to you.
Hey, Steve here, playing Lieutenant Commander Nels Tallis, and I'm betting all of our technical issues have something to do with those damn Romulan saboteurs.
All the ones that went back in time and are hanging out right now.
Yeah, and they're messing with Khan's timeline again. Lord Almighty.
Lord Almighty. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Speaking of Khan, I'll do a quick plug for these folks. I have no
yeah.
association with them, but there's that new Nicholas Myers Star Trek Khan. It's like a podcast.
Yeah.
And there's also you can catch it on YouTube. They're like episode 4. They're like 25, 30-minute stories, and it's kind of interesting. And if you've read the 3-book Rise and Fall of Khan, it's nothing like that story, but it's just as good.
When does Gary Seven show up? He doesn't. Shut up.
They're just covering their time on SETI Alpha 5. That's
the garden spot. How they fucked up the garden spot.
Pretty much.
I'm still thinking. Yeah, it's all like MacGyver's tapes. I was listening. I've listened to like a couple episodes, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and it's it's exactly what, and it doesn't. So far, it hasn't given the heave-ho to continuity.
And Khan is already swearing at SETI Alpha 5 like by episode 2 or 3. You know, you're not gonna do this again. You like, okay. Talk about man versus nature. Wow. Augment versus nature.
Yeah. So speaking of augment versus nature, which has nothing to do with Cam, but why don't you tell us a little about yourself, MSU Super Cam?
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron, aka MSU Super Cam on the socials and stuff. I'm playing Lieutenant Melkor Ragorthar. He is an Efrosian. For new viewers, his name is kind of interesting if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. He is in the science division of the ship. He's not the chief science officer, but he is the science officer that's appearing in the episodes. So he's kind of a mid-level management person from the science division. And yeah, I wish we had our smiling faces up here because I actually do this in Efrosian cosplay. So for new viewers, you can just imagine that I'm wearing a white wig and I have fake eyelash or eyebrows on, and yeah, there we go. And so I'm looking forward to this episode, and hopefully no technical difficulties.
Yeah, I think that's like literally the entire show is standby for technical difficulty. I am going to do a thing to prove to everyone that we are indeed live on this because I just am so disgusted.
I don't know about Destiny, but I can't hear Cam at this end.
Neither can I.
You can't hear Cam talking or what?
Can't hear him talking at my end, yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear him talking through...
Right. I saw the little communicator badge go off, but...
Okay, try it now, Cam.
Chat says they can hear me, so I don't know what's going on.
And he's not in our view over here on the little thing, so...
Wait, so
but it tells me there are 4 people here, so...
I can see Cam.
Yeah, and the chat says they can hear all of
Damn
us.
it, Cam became part of the continuum. All right, no
God,
problem.
This is hilarious. This is just so bad. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna prove to all of you that you're all in this together.
Turn off the cloaking device, Cam.
Yeah, I know. This is very weird. But yeah, if anybody needs
What's odd is that they can hear us.
Okay, no,
They can hear me on chat.
Yeah, everyone can hear everyone, which is hilarious. Hey, Jim the Great Bear, you're experiencing us in the worst possible timeline, which is great. Well, we're already all in the worst possible timeline, so we're just going to get even better. And I'm really looking around to find. I got Cam. Yeah, if you want to keep talking, I'm going to see if I can get that. Cameron, would you talk a little bit more? Yeah,
what's weird is chat says they can hear me, so I don't know what's happening over that way on the server. Anything?
Not that I can tell. Yeah, I'm just looking at the little things just bouncing, and it's like none of your. Oh wait, no, I have you as RG Ninja. Yeah, I gotcha.
That's really weird. So chat can hear us.
Yeah, you're registering there, but none of the players can hear you?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No visual, no
Which will
audio,
make it
no
fun.
nothing. It's like he
So
isn't on the call, but he definitely is on the call.
In a frozen mine. I could be in a
I
frozen
think
mine.
I think you need to just drop off and come back.
Okay.
No, not you. Well, not you, Cam.
Oh,
I'm gonna force Cameron off, force him back on. Anyway,
Roger.
What we're gonna do while we're here is we're gonna start off with you've all just kind of gotten your promotions, your commendations. You've met some of the new staff. You do have, I think, you guys were all gonna meet up and discuss what you learned from the secret data rods that you were all given. I don't know if anyone remembered what the hell they were given in the data rods.
Mm-hmm.
God no.
God no. Okay. I might have them. Let me see. All right. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna bail you out. I don't know. I think you all got
yours didn't say anything. Mine said something about the Bajorans being safe. Yours just blew up on you.
Yeah, yours blew up on you because you asked like who was Section 31, and it was like
right.
Self-destructive.
I asked who that guy was actually working for, and it went, yo quiero Taco Bell. Oh damn.
Yeah, that was damn. Anybody seeing Cam now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for dropping in and
hear
dropping
me?
out.
Ah, yes.
I feel like the Verizon guy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's bizarre because chat could hear me.
Yeah. This whole arrangement with Ninja is peer-to-peer to peer-to-peer. So basically you're handshaking with every other person directly. And so if you fail to reach out and touch someone, tough shit. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go back. You guys all agreed.
I guess I need to listen to more Neil Diamond.
Oh God, ouch. But you guys all did agree. Oh God, you all did. You all agreed to come back and meet. I guess for breakfast or some damn thing, at the before the briefing to to go to the planet, and kind of share what you learned or got from those rods that were palmed to you by Admiral Nechayev. Slightly less of a jerk than you thought. I'm a big fan of redeeming those people. So what would you like to? What do you guys want to? Where do you guys want to meet? Do you want to meet in quarters? Do you want to meet in the ship's laundromat, the bowling alley,
the holodeck? Or do we not have one?
You, of course, have one. The place is lousy.
Galaxy class.
We're Galaxy class. We've got one.
Better have one.
The captain would be
we could meet in 9 backwards to look out the back of the ship.
Oh. That's one of the best things about it is like, didn't the officers lounge did that? There were the officers lounge on the old Enterprise A did that.
I hear they have a good breakfast bar.
Oh yeah, I love that. It's you got to wait in line for the waffle maker. Yeah,
I'm not making coffee this time.
Yeah. Well, it's probably it'll be a little more straightforward this time than before. Yeah, I just want to grab my on screen, world. Here's my resources. Sorry, I got to get the holodeck because you'd said let's go to the holodeck, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go to the holodeck because this, folks, is an exercise in PowerPoint. Oh God, isn't it weird that I don't have a holodeck? Oh, yet I do. Crap. Okay, yes, you all visited on the holodeck. Do you guys have? And so you want it to turn into like? Really, are you gonna turn it into a breakfast bar to a Days Inn?
Well, I mean, it is a giant replicator.
Yeah, in theory,
That's
that's what it should do.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna do that. Who arrived first and decided it was a giant Days Inn?
I'll take the blame.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys meet. I'm gonna the Days Inn in Dubuque, Iowa. Yes. All right. Go ahead and you can talk among yourselves about what you found, what you learned, what you didn't learn.
so how about these isolinear chips, eh?
Well,
I guess
I asked mine a question and it blew up, so I'm the Charlie Brown of this one. I just got rocks in my bag.
mine blew up too. It was weird. It told me to make a shield, and then it went poof.
But did it give you any other information?
It told me the Bajorans were okay. It gave me one question, and I kind of wasted it on that because I wanted to see if it would tell me the truth. I thought I'd get more questions.
Okay. Well, I think my people will manage with whatever comes next.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you all understood that you were indeed in the Days Inn in Dubuque, Iowa. So, did Ruggathor, what did you wind up learning from your data rod?
I think that I only remember that it told me that my dress uniform looked horribly garish, and then it fizzled out. It didn't really explode. It just kind of crispified.
You're kidding me, really? Okay, well.
I did go under anesthesia after our last episode, so I do have some issues with what happened last time.
Okay. Let me see if I can also ask it one other thing here. What did
let me look. I think I have it in chat somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So so you've all gathered together. I guess you're sitting there with the Days Inn. I think Lemuel is enjoying his time at the with the microwave oven. Let me see. It carried covert sensitive data. Oh God. Yeah. Well, all I'm telling you is certain AIs are absolutely useless. The Continental Breakfast. Hey, GM, so glad you reached your streak. So you guys have all exchanged as much information as you're about to exchange. Would you going to proceed over to the briefing for the episode for this session?
We probably should.
Yeah. I'll follow you guys.
Yeah, we don't want to be late. After all, they already gave us exploding isolinear chips.
That was the Chav's doing.
The Chav's doing, obviously, but
yes,
we don't want to make her angry at this.
Okay, we'll pull up. Oh God, where's my? Okay, this immediately calls for a conference room because this is Star Trek.
There
All
you
right,
go.
back to the briefing room. Whoops. Back to reality. All right, so we're dragging Lemuel along whether he likes it or not, would be my thought. And who's going to be the person that's going to be given the briefing is, of course, going to be Commander Blah. And it will, of course, be. Where's the doc? Be Dr. Grant? Yeah, for right now. I will work out Dr. Blah. A friend of mine has set up a new
Do you
thing.
remember Dr. Blah?
Commander Blah. Thank you very much. Didn't spend all those times in Starfleet Academy to get commanders for nothing. So what is going to happen is he and Dr. Grant are going to send you down, but God, should I do the accent? Yeah, let's do the accent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is going to be the very good thing with all of your new commendations. You can now get to some real work. You can now see this planet we are going to go observe. You are going to be assigned to observe. You'll be acting as a relief crew to the current observers. This is a deep cover operation, and some of you will have to undergo surgical, because I've become German now. Some of you will have to undergo surgical manipulation. And I trust that all of you are still not raising any religious or moral objections to being surgically altered.
Would that stop you from doing it?
I'm okay with it.
No, but we would burn off 5 minutes on the concept of tolerance.
Ah, okay.
I don't need another PR, HR.
Don't need another HR nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how HR.
Listen, we explained to him what the hokey pokey was. He got it. You know, he's from a warp capable species. You know.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have to explain it to a Vulcan. That the eyebrow would just, you know.
Yeah, once
It
more.
would be an overdrive here.
Yeah.
Yeah, once more, HR is just going to go, oh, God. They heard the word Vulcan. They just have a thing listening in on all their stuff. So what I'm going to do is, oh, man, where's my little, I have my notes. Really, I have notes. I'm not, they don't just come from you guys.
You don't have to convince us. We believe you.
You believe me? Okay. Well, that's cool. You can pick that up. We're not doing anything.
It's my warning that someone might walk into my room in 10 seconds, so.
What? Where was this when I was going through puberty?
Told you.
Sorry. Yeah, you should see all of them righteously embarrassed. I can describe it. But yes, this is the planet Draenus, and the people there are called Raytons, or I guess they call themselves Daeans, and I'm not kidding. Before we even decide where to have breakfast. Okay, and you guys need to describe why do you need to be surgically altered. And you guys can each decide amongst yourselves, and then report back to me what is it that needs to be surgically altered about you guys for this mission.
Well, I figure for me, it's just the nose ridges.
Oh, I was thinking, what's special about the? In addition to like masking who you are, what is it that you're going to have to be altered into?
Oh,
One characteristic of the Draens. You guys will each get a characteristic.
They have moose antlers.
Okay, I will go with antlers. They're going to be kind of the cute ones that all the young furries have, like the little satyr antlers.
Okay, so we don't have to be made to look like Bullwinkle. I was kind of hoping Bullwinkle costume.
Yeah, that's where I just go. No, chat. You can redeem things and throw out suggestions
This is true, chat.
if you have points. You can do it, even if you don't have points for the new people, because you may not have enough points. If you use the redeem command, you can redeem an item. You go bang redeem space and then the item name, and there's a list of items up here. Felix put them up, so you can do things like be suggestive, sing, generate an enemy or a complication. So they have antlers. I'm gonna put in, cute. All right, because the makeup department is not going to be doing this. All right. What is the next thing? Steve, do you guys have an idea? Probably something that will be problematic as shit in 5 years.
Problematic as shit.
Well, the way the Ferengi look, the way the Klingons look. Things that we look at them and go, "Ooh, they've done that makeup."
Well, then I'm going to go with the Popeye forearms and calves.
Oh,
And the
God.
big bulgy.
I am loving this so much. Okay, Destiny, what is it that you think is going to be a thing that would need to be altered?
I don't know if surgically altered, but they have neon colored eyes.
Oh, no, it's
So-
going to be surgical. You're going to be
Oh.
carving into their eyeballs. So they have neon eyes?
Yes.
Like of one color, or it's a spectrum, right? Or is it?
It varies depending on gender.
All right. The eyes are or are not illuminated?
Are.
Oh, God. Okay. Neon colored eye. Glowing? Oh, I'd love it if it were the fertility cycle. Oh, yeah. I'm going to add that. You may not know that, by the way. You're just going to make sure everyone's eyes are glowing. I'm going to add a complication. All right. So, yeah, so that's what you're going to have to go down and look at when this happens. The planet itself is poised on a knife edge. It's on the region. It's in the what's called the Regency era, because all planets that we visit are in some ways an Earth parallel. But this would be the era when Byron was in there. It's the era when Frankenstein was written. And actually, that is what Grant's going to talk about, because he's we're not going to do Vlad Blah anymore. But Grant is talking about, like, these people are now at the cusp of, well, they're at the cusp of science and superstition. At the time when they're applying the scientific method, but they're applying it to phenomena that they already had a story for, and those are coming into conflict sometimes. And we're here, and the Federation and Starfleet want to study it, see how a culture undergoes this transition. And we've had a research outpost here for approximately 6 months to begin integrating and embedding and seeing what we can do in one of their cities. This is an era of just before the Industrial Revolution took off. They have steam, but they don't really have it at an industrial scale. Let me see. Their hands. Oh, you. Okay, we did pick up a redeem. Disadvantage. Their hands only have 3 fingers, so someone's getting out the bone saw. Oh no, they're getting their fingers chopped off, GM.
Can't we just do the Vulcan hand gesture and super glue them together?
We can try.
I don't want bone size.
Oh, this is bones. There's gonna be bone. Popeye forearms would enough. You're gonna have silicone implants. Yeah. So, but this is that culture is on the cusp, and so there is a tension. There is also like a social hierarchy here. between the those that work on the farms, those that are starting to become a merchant class, and there's of course what we equate to an aristocracy, which is also a bit of a priesthood, and they're I'm gonna put up a little bit of a sociological thing here. Let's see, it's going to be slightly caste driven. And again, you also have the worker, farmer, artisan, and an aristocrat. So they do have a caste system and a sense of what it means to be a good Dazen. Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
How
This might be
stable are
easier.
these surgical alterations? Yes, I just asked a question of Dr. Grant. How stable are these surgical alterations?
Well, the current team has been living with them for approximately 6 months, and they seem to be weathering it fairly well. They have had to undergo some minor touch-ups and reapplications because as the body reasserts itself, it tends to push out the alterations, and also the alterations obviously aren't completely forever. You will only be superficially altered. You will not have a DNA change like we did back in Pike's day, where we completely rewrote your DNA.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous.
We completely rewrote your DNA and gave you a whole new psychology. Other than that, no, we're not gonna do dangerous stuff like that. That was the equivalent of using lead for paint. Why we never do it anymore. So yeah, the surgical alteration should take about an hour, because this is the 24th century, and we've done our best to accommodate everyone's physiology, because none of you have anything unusual that we know of. And yeah, do you have any questions about the planet, the people, or the mission duration? Because we might be going for 6 months.
So we're just here to observe.
Yes. Yes. You will be watching the culture, and each one of you has a definite role to play. The assessment of how they are progressing in engineering, for example, how they are understanding science and spirituality. Mr. Tallis, the commander, that is also going to be something that we're just going to offload on you, since you're one of the few races that still worships gods. Because that's what we're going to do. But we also will need, obviously, there will need to be someone watching out for the security of the team.
Of course.
So if I understand correctly, we could be here as long as 6 months. Is the Odyssey going to be posted in orbit all that time, or are we being left on this planet as not permanent, but long-term guests?
Well, yes, you will be it is a short term, but if you live to be several hundred years, it's just a few minutes, so it will be fine. And of course, the Odyssey has many other things to do. Otherwise, we would just have them sit there and scan the planet in 5 minutes and get all the answers. It's more fun this way. And he does seem to take a delight in the fact that you guys are just going to be like chucked into the middle of a deep cover thing.
Captain Kirk, to all ship personnel, red alert.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Sorry, that's my text tone.
Very, very scary. Do you have any?
is.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Do the people here have any psychic abilities?
Let me see. Well, we didn't assign any telepaths to the thing, which is interesting. As with most humanoids, they have a psychic potential, but the psychic potential is, I'm going to make Marcus a Southern gentleman because why not? The psychic potential is largely unmeasured, and we haven't instituting psychic contact with an alien mind is, of course, forbidden under the interference directive because there will be no way to hide who and what you are. Does that make sense?
Yes.
They do note that they psychic potential there, but they, the teams have noted that there's a high amount of cohesion in the society, and they stay in their caste. Everybody stays in their lane, but within their caste, they are very not cooperative, but they're very efficient and seem to work very well together. But as for that being a psychic trait or just simply them being very, very polite and used to each other, I cannot say. Sorry, I'm hearing the door creak and I'm thinking, Commander Vlad, you should take a rest.
He's entering his sleeping chamber.
I know, it's funnier than yeah, so what that's the, I mean, do you have any other kind of questions like socially or politically or anything along those lines?
Are there any other spacefaring races? I'm mainly looking for potential saboteurs, Romulans, Cardassians, that kind of stuff going to be possibly playing around in this neighborhood?
Well, this is only a few light days from the Cardassian border. So while they have not probed in this way, and the conflict between the Cardassians and the Federation did not involve this sector, I would not put it past the Cardassians to send probes. That also means that they are several days travel away from the Romulan frontier as well, if I'm remembering my star maps correctly. Oh,
Okay.
we've lost Cameron again. Ooh.
No, I should be here.
Oh, you're black. Blah.
Video wise, you're not here.
Yeah, no, I disabled my camera to save bandwidth because I was
Ah.
watching my bandwidth, and since we're not
Yeah, you're not
we're not
transmitting.
able to put us up on the screen, I thought, you know what? I'll just cut that out.
Yep. So what you have is potential for possibly an inadvertent thing. There is another civilization about oh, hey, what did we wind up getting? Somebody gave us a thing. Jim the Barrier. No. Oh, somebody did something. Let me see. So what we have is there is another star system that is approximately 15 light years away, which does have the beginnings of rudimentary space travel, but nothing, only fusion engines and radio waves.
Okay.
So they can't get from their place to this planet
Not
they can't
in
just travel
a
here. 15
yeah, not
light
in
years,
a
I mean,
that's a haul.
yeah. They'd have to have a generational ship or something. Well, maybe not generational, but if they're close to the speed of light, 15 years round each way, so 30-year round trip.
Yes, they have atomic impulse power packs.
And this planet, spacefaring resources, dilithium, that kind of stuff. What are we looking at here?
On the planet, the mineralogical survey because we just go right over the top of the planet and we're done. The planet does not have anything exceptional in terms of industrial crystals or metals. It is actually quite stable in terms of the tectonic shift. It is a 50-50 class M, so 50-50 land. There are 3 large continents, which I cannot spell.
That's okay.
And then there are several subcontinents and islands.
Is there any strife between residents of the different continents that we need to be aware of?
No, they seem to all have settled into trade and commerce, which is very remarkable given. Well, the most impressive thing is that there never doesn't seem to be a primitive culture isolated from an advanced culture. The continents seem to bring up, or at least as far as we can tell, they all developed at the same rate technologically, which is a bit of a rarity.
Yeah.
They
So
meant
no
this- they meant this-
colonialization.
Yeah, they meant as technological equals.
Interesting.
Yep. So they have sail power. They are working slowly towards trying to generate that as a more exploitable power source. So it's a little easier than sail. But yes, the various continents. You'll be set down, and I'm going to have to put this up because I will not remember it. Briefing on, yeah, they seem to have a homogeneous planetary culture.
That's really unusual.
Yeah, they lack colonialism. And I will go with the mineral resources of the planet have been left in the. They're everyone has about the same, but it is different levels of accessibility. So it is,
And hence
moving
why
into
they are
trade.
such,
Well,
hence why they trade so much, as they probably each have enough of something the others have a harder time getting to.
That is what our working hypothesis is. You were saying, Lieutenant Commander.
no, I'm just trying to go through the data and see. So far, it doesn't sound like any spacefaring power would have an interest in these people unless they're a tactical jumping off point.
Well, we have not, surprisingly, we have not done the tactical analysis of this. However, if you would like to use a security and insight roll, you can determine.
Sure.
You can do a quickie tactical analysis by looking at the napkin sketch of the system.
All right.
Back of the envelope security.
And I'm just, and could I use information analysis as a?
Oh yes, oh you bring it.
There you go. All right, let's
I
see
would
what
be
we get.
offended if you did not.
All right, I got 2 successes.
Okay. The 2 successes indicate. Yeah, I mean, this is a planet, and it's Class M, and the people are pushovers. That this and the Bendrak system could both be used as either listening posts or forward bases within the this is more or less within the Federation. So this is we're on operation inside. This would be a really nice place to go and just if you were gonna get in and get a foothold, it would be here.
Okay, and that could either be the Romulans or the Cardassians, or maybe both.
The Cardassians are closer, closer spatially. They're about what is it? What did I say? They're about about a week's travel.
Although I will say this: if the Tal Shiar and the Obsidian Order are as good as I've heard rumored they are, they would both know about each other and probably about us.
In terms of what?
Of anything we're doing.
Oh, they know that we're doing a survey, is what you mean?
Right.
Okay. Yep.
And as you know, the Tal Shiar and the Obsidian Order are pretty much the same group. And again, Section 31. These guys probably all know what the others are doing, and if they thought, so that's just a mind bender.
Okay. Are you throwing that out to the table, or is this you rolling things around in your skull?
It's a combo plate. I'm probably openly, I'm thinking about if we're just that far from the Cardassian border and just that far from the Romulan border, I wouldn't be surprised if they were here, especially if this would make a good military jumping off point or a listening post or something like that.
Yes.
So certainly, of the two, I imagine the Romulans would be much better at avoiding our own survey team from discovering them, just because of their cloaking technology. And also, from what we've seen of the Cardassians in our mission to Bajor recently, or the Bajoran colony, they're more brute forcey. So I don't know that they would. Maybe their Obsidian Order would be interested, but I think they would be less likely to be sneaking around, whereas the Romulans could have a big base almost right on top of us, and we might not notice it, especially if we're trying to be nondescript and fitting in with this culture anyway. We're not going to be walking around with tricorders, for example.
I'm betting there's probably so much trade spycraft kind of crap going on all 3 points of that triangle that somebody's got a migraine.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions medically, Azara, about what either as a people or how they deal with illness, disease, anything like that, or
just generally what are the most common diseases versus what are any specific things we should look out for long term?
Okay. Give me for just a second. I'm just going to clear this. For diseases, there are. I mean, they've luckily they haven't. They didn't have the colonialization period. They seem to always move between continents, so they're barely spreading plagues between themselves. There's not anything that would deal with it. There's nothing like virulent like the Black Death. There are some not Ralph pox, it's Talf pox, TALPH pox, and that is lesions and oh god, and a low % chance of crippling. All right, so lesions, it's let's communicate. It's contact. Skin lesions, low % of crippling. Runs its course. In about 2 weeks. Incubation period is one of them. Does that help? Did that answer
Yes.
your questions on the?
Is there a treatment for it?
No, there's no known treatment. There are folk remedies. There's no, I should say, no effective treatment. That doesn't mean that there's no treatments, but it's starting to involve electricity. They're starting to attach wires to people to cure the health pox, which is kind of typical. Marcus is like, oh, that's kind of typical. They've just discovered electricity, and they're going to be shoving those electrodes everywhere. And also there would be they also have a thing called Dark Mind, which is clinical depression, or reads as clinical depression. Yeah, this is an episode of typing. Hooray! It's like taking notes. Well, it's Star Trek. We're gonna take notes. The other thing,
we
yeah,
have to use the briefing room.
yeah, the briefing room. We got a little diagram up here. But yeah, Dark Mind reads as the current survey team's reading it as clinical depression. This affects large areas, which would be, I don't know, 200 individuals.
In clusters?
It does tend to cluster.
All right. Well,
And what
I'm a
is
scientist, not a doctor, but that sounds rather odd for a depression.
Mhm.
I don't
That
know,
is
did-
odd.
like,
Is there any treatment for that other than folk treatment?
Well, the treatment appears to be that you simply break up the cluster. You have the people move away from each other, which is difficult because these are families and often clans. So the effective treatment that they have is to use distance. I don't know quite what they believe or why they believe that is the case, but it does cause them to, they do separate into new communities, and that seems to cause the Dark Mind to subside. I have to come up with a way better version of Dark Mind, but that's what I had. That's what I got for the moment. But those are the ones that are most of it. There's some routine hay fever and flu and things like that. But as long as you don't go making a reverse mRNA virus when somebody's sick, I think things will be just fine.
And this is a society that has already found the cure for cancer, or not yet?
Oh, well, let's pretend that they drop dead from things just like we do. So they should have they're physically fit, but they do not seem to suffer from a higher incidence of cancer or other degenerative diseases than anyone else. So now that you brought that up, it's like, God, now I got to look at how did things work on E06? Did they get chemotherapy? It's not what you ask Mr. Spock when you go down for the briefing. They got Tommy guns and felt hats. That's all you need to know. But yeah, they are fairly typical for cancer rates, which is they're pre-industrial, so they do not have as much genetic damage that would be caused by industrialization.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with heart disease. Their cardiovascular system it's a 3-chambered heart instead of a 4-chambered heart. They've got red blood like everybody else. The vision, which is hilarious. The vision is normal. I mean, normal human. For human, they don't seem to see outside of any visual spectra that you have to worry about.
Okay. I think that's what I need medically.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions that we can throw up there or not? Are you feeling pretty good?
I think I'm ready to beam down or
Okay.
shuttle down or however we're getting down.
Yeah, that is a good question. We're going to shoot you in these travel pods. We saw a movie about this. We're just going to put you in photon torpedo cases, shoot you into the air. What you'll do is, you will take a specially equipped shuttle with some very basic stealth technology, not cloaks. We will be very clear.
No, we
It's
don't
not
want
a
to be in
cloaking device.
violation.
We don't want violations of 3D, but it will have just a general holographic camouflage hull, and you can then meet and rendezvous with you go into the outskirts of one of the cities, and go in and take over for the other team.
I've heard these chameleon circuits sometimes jam on one particular frequency, though.
Well, if we had a chameleon circuit, I would be worried about that. This is good old-fashioned photons and force fields. Yes.
What's our cover story going in?
Your cover story is you are all going to be. Love the idea that you're a theater troupe. Why are you asking me all these hard questions that I should have thought up earlier? And all week. No, the cover story is you are actually a group of scholars from the other continent, and I will give you names and things on that when they become important. Since everyone is all kumbaya, but you wish to go and learn about, this is one of the largest cities on the planet. You wish to learn their things and take them back to your continent. So you will have a reason to mix with the people, and your group the first-in team has already established a few contacts on the planet, so that you will not have to start from, shall we say, ground zero. They will be able to make introductions for you.
Okay.
Now you can each pick your own version of what it is you wish to be studying. And I'm assuming that I don't know what Mr. Tallis would be. Mr. Nellis would be studying.
Maybe he's there for the MMA fights.
Well, no, if
they could have antler butting,
They have, boxing matches and stuff,
Okay. Also, they don't seem to have mechanized or large scale warfare. So that's kind of a very interesting thing, is that they haven't really, ramped up that level of that tech branch is lagging. If that makes sense.
Okay.
They do not tend to have what you would call a combat sport. They do not tend to beat the shit out of each other for joy. Many of the contests involve, I would love to say competitive hide and seek, because it would be hilarious. But it would be things like what you think of as track and field, where there's the running and the jumping, and the organized sport. They are very big on team activities, which are very fascinating. When they often play with several, if you remember Australian rules football, well, that does not exist, because violent mugging in an organized way is not a thing.
Is it frowned upon, or is it just essentially non-existent?
I didn't ask anything, but I can.
What?
Are there any laws that we need to be aware of that we don't break, or social customs?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, don't walk up and smash someone in the forehead with your horns. No, we have not dug. The team did not dig into why the society is the way it is. They wanted to make sure they had ground rules. I think that in many ways, the people all cooperate so well, we have not even witnessed what would be a transgression. So it is difficult to say. What you can do is that people will tend to be patient with each other. They will tend to help one another, and again, everyone will tend to stay in their caste, so that and crossing castes is not unknown. They do not hate each other. They just simply go about their own business and rarely interact socially. But in terms of if there is commerce or if there is a project, they will interact.
Interesting.
You mentioned castes. What castes do they have?
They have plaster. No, they have workers, which is a beginning caste. We have discovered because they are beginning the industrialization. They are artisans. There are farmers, growers, and there are aristocrats, which tend to be also a version of a bit of a priesthood. And the philosophy that they seem to have is that what it means to be a good Dacian, it is to stay with to be happy with the thing you have, enjoy the harmony of your neighbor, who is there always to lend a hand, and you are to lend a hand back. That seems to be the way they work, and it's a highly advanced. What would be called? It's a highly advanced philosophy. There's no overt greed that we have seen. Everyone seems to understand their portion. It is perhaps a result of them having a relatively benign environment and have been able to communicate across geography very easily. Although it still does take a week or so to a couple of weeks to transit between continents.
Okay.
But yes, it does not seem to be, as you say, a combat sport. The team had not witnessed physical violence. Now that you mention it, this is very disturbing.
Yeah.
Do you mean the violence is disturbing for the people, for the Daisians, or is it disturbing is that a problem with us that we are like somehow disturbed?
It is. Well, it disturbs
They're
me
too
greatly.
nice.
It disturbs me greatly. They are all very friendly. It is not what you call Bajor nice. This is not the Bajor nice.
And
actually, Bajor does not have a nice.
And our observing team has seen nothing called festival.
No, we have not seen a purge planet or the indications of a supercomputer.
Okay.
There is no body here. I ain't got no body, I believe would be the joke that they would make in Lieutenant MacGyver's would make. She understood the 20th century, but none of the really good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, if Lieutenant Higby doesn't have any questions,
is there anything you want to stuff into
be
Lemuel's mouth, as it were?
Well, since I don't even remember the message on my own isolinear chip, I can't think of anything that Lemuel would ask.
Yeah, but yeah, you do have this thing with the Daisians. They're just the Daisans. They're just kind of just a happy place, which is just horrifyingly weird because you just know there's some other rock you got to kick over. And also you guys can, go over as a mechanism for asking further questions. You do have access to the medical record, to the records. This is just a briefing. So you have access to the records that have been submitted by the survey team, the first in team who established this setup, and they are, they're available. You can actually say, well, can I tease something out of them, and use that as a die roll opportunity to see if you can discover a fact, tease out a fact within their records. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's get you guys altered. I'm assuming, are you going to be doing this surgery, or are we just going to let the doctor do it? 'Cause you said
I
you wanted
might
to do some things.
assist
Yeah.
with the surgery, but obviously I can't do it on myself, so he'll probably have to do me.
Okay. This is going to be funnier than anything. I remember the medical facility in the last adventure didn't go super well.
No.
No. Have you been studying up?
Yes.
Do you have surgery, or what did you have as skills?
All of my stuff is like microbiology and then field medicine. I do have advanced medical technology.
Okay. Do not link. Yeah, what I don't know how advanced it's going to wind up being. One thing that has occurred to me for this adventure, you guys can swap a focus for this adventure. So, like, if you
Swap
know,
focus.
like, if you have a focus, right, in plasma systems, plasma dynamics, that may not help you much in pre-industrial Earth. But you could have the thing like, oh, I made a study of this, or take something more generic that's less Star Trek or Starfleety, if that makes sense. I think most of you have got things that are fairly, what I would call, most of you have things that are fairly generic. But things like, just occurred to me when Destiny said advanced medical systems, and I'm thinking, oh, that's not going to come up a lot today. Just looking
Right.
ahead. But so if you guys want to, when you go back, when we go back to pick up again next session, you can come up with a new focus.
Okay.
Just pick what you can do is swap it, and it does not have to be permanent. For the purposes of this adventure, you kind of know a new thing, which is not unusual in Star Trek, because that piece of information just never came up. It's the same way that other things won't come up. So and I feel that's well within the spirit of the game and of the situation. Okay, so we're gonna do a little Transformers, right?
More than meets the eye.
Yeah, you're all gonna have to get those neon eyes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask, as a soon-to-be doctor, I think I count as like a nurse practitioner. Anyways, I wanted to help with the neon iridoplasty,
The
the eye
what?
surgery. I made up a name. It's called neon iridoplasty.
Okay. I like the idea that, you've got a pattern that the first in team used, because they've given the instructions, from Starfleet's, I guess, it would be Galaxy Exploration Command. They never really did commands in Next Gen, but this would be the equivalent of the Galaxy Exploration Command, because they've got, surgical tweaks for everything, right? This is where I'd let you keep your advanced advanced medical tech right up until you set foot on the planet.
I'm cool with that.
Because that way you can say, okay, this is advanced equipment to like pop people's eyeballs out and make them different, right?
Mhm.
So, if you want to take a look at what I'm thinking of is medicine and either insight or reason, and see if you can find something to improve about the process, because there were some problems with the things that required touch-ups.
Let's see what we can do about that. Let's see, reason 14. I got 2 successes.
All right. And you got to use the advanced medical systems as an option. Did that shift anything? Used a focus, so I was wondering if you had anything below a 4.
Not below.
Nice.
4 is my lowest.
Okay. Yep. The two points let you know that there's some things with and what you do is you do come up with the iridoplasty as a way of improving on the given way of just messing with people's irises. So you have something that's a little bit easier, and also it's going to be easier to modify in the field, if that makes sense.
Yes.
That doesn't require an X-Acto knife like the Terminator.
Yes, the people's corneas tend to stay on now. With it that works. There's
Good.
also going to be there's also going to be the finger fusion because we did that. No, not Galactic. Galactic GM and the Great Barrier said, "Ha ha, tough." He wanted you guys to have difficulty where you'd have to wear gloves and things. So I'm just gonna say, are we gonna vote that Star Trek's just gonna like wallop on your hands because I believe they did that in the first episode of Strange New Worlds.
I swear they did it to Riker so he could fit in with the species, and he's
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the finger fusion is a thing. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure I got my understandings right. You get finger fusion, Popeye. Oh, did he wear gloves?
Oh.
Oh, GM and the Great Bear. Yeah, we can't. It's funny, but when I watch somebody lurking, I keep forgetting. Oh, yeah, there's people actually still listening.
It says there's 10 in chat, so that's
Wow.
good.
Architects of Fate. We are very happy to be your fifth screen experience. Hey, whoever Kyle is. Hopefully you're somebody we know, right? He has a lot of badges. He needs some stinking badges. Hey, buddy, welcome to Architects of Fate, Star Trek Adventures. So, finger fusion. You've also got the Popeye arms. Arms and legs, right?
yeah, forearms and calves, I think.
Oh God, yeah, you get some calf
Yeah.
implants, and the uncolored lights and antlers. Oh God, I really want to see some generative AI of this.
Already working on it.
Thank you. we care not what we burn down to the planet. It's here. We've now found out is too stupid to take our jobs. Really, all right. So yeah, we've got that going on. We were suggested by a friend. Usually, we're suggested by enemies. Hey, Kyle, why don't you throw anything you want in? Right now, we take suggestions from from the chat as to the way a story could evolve or go, so you can actually have a meaningful impact on the story. If you follow us let me see. There's a Discord. Well, if I can spell it right. There's a Discord that you can join. And I will say that is kind of a nice place to meet us. We always have new games and things opening up. But yeah, you guys get cute little antlers and Popeye arms and glowing eyes, and it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to assume everything else is going to be the same, which is hilarious. Everything else is going to look the same. And then what I think that the Bajoran, I think that Talos, I think you're the only one that actually needs surgery.
Well, the Ephesians have some ridges too.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going with that.
They're not as pronounced as the Klingon ridges, but they do look Klingon-like in certain angles.
Okay. Well, I'll go with that. So you're going to have those ground down. So it's basically ridge removal. This will be
Can't
the
they just put a little blush over? Can't we put a little blush over them?
We're going to have the de-Westmorification, if I'm not mistaken. That was the backup artist was. Yep. So you guys have those. You're all set. Nobody. Well, let's do the dumb thing, everybody do a check against medicine and what's the physiology one? What's the physiology score? Fitness and medicine. Everybody make a roll. I'm just looking for
Wait.
critical failures, people.
Under 12, I need. One success. 8
Two
and
success.
14. Yeah, 2 successes. How'd you
No
do?
successes.
No successes. No critical failures.
Nope. Came
Okay.
very close though.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that your nose ridge can get put back. Let's just go with that. But yeah, the mostly this was for critical failures. Because apparently the more you study medicine, the more likely you are to stay healthy. Because that is the way this game works. And I don't know why. But yeah, so nobody has any immediate reactions to the compounds. I know that was Cameron's wish, I think, for
Yes.
what would happen this week. But yeah, so you're believe it or not, you're all ready to go. You'll just grab a not a cloaked shuttle, but essentially the more stealth, more infiltration shuttle. I think they probably don't call it that. They probably call it the civil.
A B1 shuttle.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's one of our stealth technology type things, right?
sure. Well, it's not stealth because that's against the treaty. It would be bad. But yeah, you have the observation shuttle.
It's painted light blue on the bottom to match the sky.
Exactly. It's the John Gill class shuttle. For anyone who wants to dig that
Okay.
one up.
Okay. Well, hopefully we won't crash land and decide to redo their society.
Yeah, let's go full on Yahtzee. Yeah. So yeah, just gonna go. The trip is pretty much uneventful. You come upon the planet. You're feeling really stupid, but you're put down. You land, and you're basically about an hour or so's travel away from the city. They do have no one asked about pets, but they surprisingly have horses that just have different colors of hair.
We also didn't ask about native flora and fauna that we should avoid if we're walking a mile to this city.
Well, I'm figuring somebody will you'll learn that on the way.
Yeah, because we can't with our hand alterations, we're gonna have a whale of a time trying to hide a tricorder and still use it.
Well, what would you have done? Commander Tallis, you are I think you're one of the people that would work on either stealth or intelligence gathering things, and I'm going to put you on as first contact guy. Because that is part of it is you're an intelligence officer, so staying below the radar and things like that are a thing that you will have more skill in than the rest of the team.
Right.
If you want to disguise the tricorder, have them just altered so that they look like something else. I mean, that's.
Yeah, we probably would have engineering, let's say, try and make the tricorder look like something anybody might be carrying, and that way our weird hands will work with it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you will have like type 1 phase. You'll have the cricket phasers.
Yeah. Again, we'll probably have to modify those, Oh, crap, I pulled the wrong gourd.
Yeah. Well, since you're
Wait, I can still throw it.
Oh God. Throw the gun at him once you run out of things to hit. Yep. So what I'm going to do is pop over here. We're just going to go in the shuttle bay and put this in for your equipment. So the big one is going to be, what was it? Tricorders. How about a book? Because you're supposed to be scholars. Could be a book, could be a telescope. Any other things you can think of? A purse?
I'm gonna pretend or my person's going to be studying Dark Mind, so maybe a book on Dark Mind.
Okay. Well, what I'm thinking of is that's what the tricorder will be disguised in.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was more working on like camouflaging your equipment. But yeah, you could have a book that specifically deals with that, or a reference book. Let me see. I think we can put a tricorder in a book. Is there anything else? Phasers. What would we? I mean, the comms badges are comms badges. But would a phaser be?
Yeah, well, comm badges we can put on under stuff.
Yeah, those are just brooches, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if these people have ornamental brooches, we can just have the replicators do that.
Yeah.
Do that. No, yeah. What would a phaser look like?
Well, especially since they don't have any apparent form of aggression, we wouldn't be like cudgels or anything like that.
I like the idea of it being a wand and you just like Shazam, Shazam. I would. You can invoke a thing here. This is where you can make up a thing about their culture, and say that they have a fetish, and not in that way, not in the fun way, but like they have little totems that they sometimes carry around.
Oh, okay.
Like what I'm thinking of is this being whatever that ugly doll is. That's currently everyone's got to buy now.
Mm.
But yeah, basically they'd be the baby, the troll doll or something like that. And I would say disguised as a figurine.
All right,
If that makes
works.
sense.
Yeah, that works. We just squeeze the legs together to blast.
Yeah. Each one of you will get to what I think is when we come back next, you're going to be picking what you're going to tell me what your fetish is. Oh, the Labubu. Yes. Oh God. Yeah, Lewis Black did hours on that one. Yeah, so you'll each have your own figurine, so that you'll get a chance to have a joke with that one if you want. And the comm brooches. I just want to make sure you had your medical equipment. Medical stuff is going to be harder to disguise, and it's probably best not to try and fuck with it. So it'll be its own kit.
I think the only thing I'd like to carry is a couple of tranquilizers.
Okay, like in what? Like
not a hypo spray, but we're going old school in vials.
Okay. You might want to explain what that means. Like, is this something they have to ingest, inhale, or be injected?
This one's in inhalant, yeah.
Okay.
Now's the time for Destiny to swap out the advanced medical stuff for the holistic medicine Dr. Flock's bit. I read all of his books on that.
I like the idea of improvisational medicinal chemistry. Kind of a thing.
Like you're trying to stick a leech to the side of my head. No, yeah. I just want to gross you out. Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I like the idea that you may have gotten a hankering for that. Also, I think that one of your values is I make do with what I have or something like that.
Yes.
So that's very much in keeping with this. So if you want to do a thing like primitive gizmo medicine is what I would call it. But it's like the Star Trek version of an engineer. Improvisational medicine might be a thing. So you can swap out any of your focuses that you want or just change it over. It's fine by me. It's something that would do that. I like that idea. Did anybody else have any specialized equipment that they were? Now that we're bringing gas grenades in, do you want like binder? Well, I don't know if you need binders or anything. There's probably a replicator on site. There is a replicator on site. So,
is this site similar to where Data was hiding out in Star Trek Insurrection, since it's about the same time period?
Nope. That's a duck blind. This is you coming out of a building. Okay. And
so our building, potentially if someone went in there, they might find our stuff. Like it's not hidden the way that duck blind was.
No, it's just a Let me see. Well, you'll get to it. Let me see. It's basically 9 3/4, right? But the cover is your scholars. This is, um, one of the not few hotels, but it is a hostel, as it were. But it doesn't have a particular family name on it that's common. So for some reason, the first in team figured out that people really don't have hotels here. They just kind of like stay with friends or people of a similar caste.
Okay.
So you guys may or may not, because I'm assuming you guys can pick your casts, by the way, if you want, because you could also all be, teamed up for a particular thing. But yeah, it is like a hostel, and it's squeezed in between two buildings, and it's purpose built for this mission. So it has a cover, it has a desk, but you're not there's no reports of there being a native working with anyone.
All right.
But yeah, that's the beginning of it. What I want to do is I think I want to end it here where you've just touched down and you're going to go out and traverse the landscape. If that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, because that gets us set up to do the next thing of like meet and greet and relieve the station personnel. You'll get to relieve them, and if you guys want to, you could decide somebody there.
In the team, right? We don't know any on the
The
planet.
relieving team.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to come up with a reason why you didn't know about them in the first place. Like they were under their maiden name or some shit. Because they don't include pictures of the team, apparently. But does that all work for you guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the table. And is anybody else still listening? Hopefully, Kyle is still listening. What we do here on Across the Woods, Going to Town. What we do here, for anyone who's new, I ask the players, hey, what do you hope or fear will happen next session? Okay. So, what I want to do is, Destiny, and this can be about your character or about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you hope or fear will happen, next session?
I fear we're going to make a faux pas that we didn't have marked and get caught really quickly.
Okay. I don't know how to spell faux pas, so I'm going to do it.
I think it's
professional.
PAX.
Or PAS, right?
I'm going to do this
Okay.
because you already have those mitten hands.
We have the mitten hands. And
You have mitten hands and antlers. We're heading to a very specific place now. Thanks for sticking with us, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Believe it or not, we're doing good. I'll quit being self-deprecating. We're doing pretty damn well. Okay. Jim, too bad. He can't do anything to show up. His hope and fear is showing up. Steve, did you want to go next or did you want to go last?
No, I got to thinking the first time in Strange New Worlds where they did the genetic whatever and then something went sideways for Spock.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's no genetic manipulation here, but maybe something goes wrong for Nels, like some unforeseen, we didn't take into account that you had, the measles when you were 3 or whatever.
Well,
and
yeah,
that something up.
And you got no. Is this for anybody in the team or for your character in particular? You did fail the medical role, so that wouldn't be out.
Yeah, we could just say it's just my my issue. So some sort of complication from either the surgery, or maybe they gave us something so that just in case, God forbid, we were, bleeding in the street, that our blood would match theirs,
Run just as pinkish purple as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you won't be, yeah. Oh, so basically they put in a special touch that says, oh, if they got you like a fish, your organs will match. Don't worry.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
This is not Klingon blood. Ah, crap.
Ah, crap. Yeah. Maybe you want to be one of the rubber masks set. So yeah, I like the idea of some form of complication from the alteration. Some of it could also be like, distractibility, or because you also have those glowing things in your eyes, so that's another bit. So you got a pile of things that have been done to you.
Yeah.
Yep. Cameron, you have unknown allergies. It was an example, and I think Steve just grabbed that, carried it forward to this next session. So you got to come up with a new thing that you're excited about or scared of, or both.
Well, I'm scared that my tech is failing me. So I'm hopeful that next time I don't have so many glitches with audio and video.
Okay. Well, that's good to know personally.
That's like the meta statement. And then in game, my fears are that there's something weird about the fact that these people all get along so well. Like there's some kind of, I don't want to say mind control, but some kind of outside influence that keeps them, for lack of a better term, cowed, even though they have antlers, not horns.
They could be the goat. Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, sorry about that.
But yeah, there's something. I mean, as an Afrosian xenobiologist, I'm like, this is really weird. Like there's just no society he's studied that hasn't had at least a small period of conflict in their history, even the really peaceful ones. So it just feels weird.
Especially the really peaceful ones.
Wait till we find out that they're like the dudes they were helping out in insurrection. No, we're not. We're not from the 13th century. We've got technology that will scare the shit out of you. Wait, what?
I love that idea.
This from the beginning? Yeah.
Well, again, the first in team may not have caught all the stuff. I mean, they set up the base, they got everything going,
right,
and still made contact. So you guys can now kind of start digging in a little more. I do love the idea that they are an alien civilization. They're just or
that they're actually studying us and their energy beings.
I think they're I was thinking immediately Organians. It's like, it just makes us all happy. It makes you happy to come look at things. So we all decided to just let you come look at us. Let me see into the chat. So this is Kyle. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna wait a bit. Finn, Kyle, and GM and the Great Barrier. Do you have anything that you think might be interesting, or that would be a terrible or a good thing to possibly discover? We've already taken energy beings studying the crew off the table because I would be smacked in the head for that. But what we'll do is we'll look for them to respond here in a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the pattern of no, let me see. No, I don't need you. Sorry, I'm just going to copy paste. All right, do copy pasta. Oh, okay. Well, you're in a first contact planet. You can just decide everybody gets hemorrhoids. So basically, if you've got something even for the session, like just generically, someone makes a mistake, someone does something else. There's Klingons show up. You can just say an enemy shows up. Next time, okay, on Architects of Fate. What I want to say is, hey, we do have some other things going on Architects of Fate. And this week, it's looking a bit thin on the ground, actually. So this week, Tuesday, we normally have Cyberpunk. They're off. Wednesday, they're off. They're prepping for a D&D game, I believe. Curse of Strahd. Thursday, Not Too Shabby, the channel founder, is going to be holding a birthday stream for Off the Rails, so come see that. Friday, Cookie Trek, Strange New Worlds will be faster. Faster Pussycat. And then, which deals with all the time that Star Trek was involved in a story about velocity or speed. So Simon and Rufus are going to be jamming on that with all their Star Trek knowledge, and you throw some of that in yourself. So that's Friday. And then on Saturday, we're off. On Sunday, we're off. And then on Monday, we have the Expanse story running opposite this. So I think that covers us all for a lot. Guys, I want to say thanks for putting up with the technical stuff. I like seeing all your faces on the stream. I think it's a lot more fun that way. But I really appreciate it. I'd say wave goodbye, but we can't. So I guess I'll wave goodbye. It's like, bye, everybody. Nobody can say goodbye, though.
All right. Join
Bye.
us. Join us in a couple of weeks, chat.
All right.
Join the other shows too.
Oh, enjoy the other shows. Please, go hit the Discord. And just join up on the Discord and just hop in there. You don't have to pay anything or anything. You just hang out and post pictures of pizza because people do that. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to an outro, which is